if one morning you woke up and 1/3 of all your things were gone? 1/3 of all the items inside your home, or 1/3 of all the money inside your bank, or even 1/3 of your own memories. Now imagine if this kept happening to you once every single year. That would be super counterproductive, because if you think about it, 1/3 is quite a big portion of a whole. So now let me tell you this. 1/3 of food produced every single year is lost or wasted before it can ever be consumed. Hi, my name is Elham Dancy, and I'm living in a world population where over 800 million people don't get enough to eat on a regular basis. That 1/3 of lost and wasted food is enough to feed the world's underfed population 4 times over. And if just 25% of that was recovered, it could completely end global hunger. So most of the world's undernourished live in developing countries, which is also where 44% of global food loss and waste occur. But these losses are unique because unlike developed countries where most food is thrown out even when it's fit for consumption, in developing countries a majority of the food is lost before it can ever make it to the market. And this is mostly due to a lack of efficient storage, which would otherwise protect food from hot conditions or pests. But imagine if in some way smallholder farmers had reliable access to temperature-controlled storage. Billions of dollars could be saved in resources, a larger portion of crops could make it to markets, and that could impact countless lives. So that's where the Lucy Project comes in, a moonshot company aiming to end global hunger by improving and increasing access to refrigeration in the agricultural sector. Storing food in cool temperatures makes a huge difference by slowing bacterial growth, which increases the product's shelf life. But the problem is, not everyone has access to electricity. In fact, about 1.2 billion people have little or no access to the grid. So this is exactly why we've decided to create a cold storage that relies on the power of evaporation. So at this point, you may be wondering, how do you even do that? Well, evaporative cooling is a natural occurring process that has occurred to us all at some point in our lives. So think about a time where you maybe began to sweat and started feeling cooler, or you maybe got out of the pool and started to get the chills. So this happens because the water molecules on your skin absorb the heat, making temperature go down. And when the water absorbs enough heat, it'll evaporate, taking its absorbed heat energy with it. And this is exactly the process that will occur within our cold storage's walls. But evaporative refrigeration is nothing new. For decades now, engineers have been using this concept using 2 clay pots with sand in between. But the issue is, these methods have proven to be extremely inefficient. They require a lot of water due to frequent leakage, they're extremely heavy, and they're made up of fragile materials, making them more susceptible to breakage during transportation. So these reasons alone cause evaporative cooling to not be used. Isn't that crazy? This is an energy efficient and natural way of cooling, and it's not even being utilized. So this is why at the Lucy Project, we're aiming to solve these limitations in order to encourage the use of evaporative cooling over status quo refrigeration. How are we going to do this though? Well, our cooling unit will consist of 3 layers. An interior layer that will hold the perishable crops, a middle evaporative layer, and an outer layer that is waterproof to prevent leakage. The evaporative layer is the layer that will hold the water that will absorb the heat from the interior layer holding the crops. So we use nanotechnology within this layer in order to maximize the rate of evaporation. So you pour water into the evaporative media, which is made up of a nanoporous polymer membrane. These nanopores are less than 100 nanometers in diameter. That's extremely small. Think about the size of a pea and make that 100,000 times smaller. So these nanopores allow the membrane to more easily absorb water and also increase the surface area. So by doing this, it increases the effectiveness of evaporative cooling by increasing the rate of evaporation. So by increasing the rate of evaporation, the temperatures within the inner chamber will drop even quicker. Another way we're planning to use nanotech in order to increase the efficiency of evaporative storage cooling is by using a nanostructured material called aerogel, which is a porous solid foam made up of 99.8% air, making it extremely lightweight. Aerogel has incredible insulating properties because heat transfers through it much slower than other insulators, along with having a very high R value, meaning that it's able to better slow the movement of heat within a space. So this insulation would go on the floor of the interior chamber in order to keep the cool temperatures inside longer. And by doing this, it will significantly decrease the need to refill water, meaning that our cold storage will require even less water. But this is just the beginning of it. At the Lucy Project, reducing food loss in developing countries and ending world hunger is just the first step to transitioning the world into a sustainable future. The temperature-controlled supply chain is crucial within the food and medical industry, not to mention how widely cooling technology is used within homes and buildings. But energy and efficient cooling contributes highly to carbon emissions. Therefore, evaporative cooling technology is a more sustainable method as it's completely unreliant on electricity. But in order to make this happen, we need you to join our team in order to advance evaporative refrigeration in ways that will impact countless lives. No matter where you're from and how much knowledge you have currently, if you're passionate about changing the world for the better and are willing to think outside the box, we think you'd be a great fit for us. Again, my name is Elham, co-founder of the Lucy Project, along with Derek Savoravong and Asya Tuhan. As the first generations in our respective families, we are considered the fortunate ones because unlike our parents and grandparents, we never had to worry about having abundant access to food supplies. So with our Moonshot company, we want to ensure that, like us, future generations will be able to live free of these concerns.